as long as he wears the uniform and he gets paid while he still wears the uniform and he gets paid, he has a career. While he wears the uniform and gets paid millions of dollars, he has a career. Until he is sitting on his couch like Le'Veon Bell and not getting a lick from the NFL, he has a career.
Listen, welcome back to Frank Presents the Play Call. The topic we're discussing right now that Bree brought up before we started talking and recording is who needs to resurrect their career more?
Yes, like who's
Russell
under
Wilson.
the most pressure? So I agree, Russell Wilson. But where they went, where Frank went wrong was he was like, he doesn't even have a career. Yes, he do. He wears a uniform. He gets paid by the NFL. He makes millions of dollars. He has a career.
Okay, Bree.
He has a career. Yes, I get what you're saying. He didn't have the best career in the NFL, but he still has a career. He's still under a 52-man roster on the team. He still puts on a uniform every Sunday, Thursday, or Monday. He still gets paid, and he goes to practices.
Okay, let's ask the rest of the team, and then I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say.
I agree. I think Russell Wilson, right? Because his career took off with more success than Samantha.
Yeah. Did they enter the league at the same time?
But I would no.
No, they didn't, right?
No. But I wouldn't say Samantha doesn't have a career.
Well,
because he's about to be the starting quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, and you know what's going to happen? Halfway through the season, they're going to trade for Mac Jones, and they're going to bring him over there. Because Samantha Darnold. Now, well, actually, you know what? I don't remember his receivers in the Jets when he was there. To be honest, I don't remember that.
He had one in Carolina. DJ
but look,
Moore.
They're losing players. They lost Addison. He's gone. He's hurt. He got off the field hurt. They only got Justin Jefferson again. You know what I'm saying? Nikki, you said Russell has more pressure.
Yeah, and I agree.
Career, right?
I agree.
Yeah, it's Russell.
June?
Okay.
No, I'm gonna go back to you, Bree. I'm gonna go back to you, Nikki. Hold on, June.
Russell.
All right. So now go ahead, Nikki. What you was gonna say?
Well, I say Russell's been in it for longer. It's a lot of reasons. Now, hold on, because I want to go back and talk about you saying, I think the better question is, why would you compare Russell and Samantha? And I think this is what Frank is trying to say. Samantha don't have he was never shooting from high cylinders. Not that he don't have a career, and I think it's Samantha to say that, he's on the 52 roster, da-da-da-da-da-da. There's a lot of people on 52 roster, and we be like, who is that? Where? But they still get paid. The big difference is getting picked for being the starter, and you look like you should have been the backup and not even start as the backup. I think that's where Frank was talking, but definitely it's Russell Wilson.
Yes, I agree with that. But what I would say, yes, there's a lot of people that are on a 52-man roster. Last year's was Sam Darnold's first year ever being a backup. He was a starter in New York. He was also a starter the 3 years that he was at the Carolina Panthers. So his name, people do know who he is. No, he hasn't had the best success. He hasn't had really much any success except for his last year in Carolina when he came back from that injury and almost made them win the division. After Baker Mayfield, and then who was the other one? Remember, Baker Mayfield was the starter for Carolina. They sent him over.
Yeah, I don't remember who the other one is.
The Rams, and then somebody else got in. Samantha came back, I want to say week 9 or week 10, and then they were winning. So he brought them back to almost winning a division after being in last place in the division. So. Yes, he hasn't had the best success in the NFL, but I'm still proud of him. No, I do think that Russell does have is more under pressure to resurrect their career for a lot of reasons, like Nikki said. But I also wouldn't say Sam Darnold is a nobody.
Well, I just feel it to be disrespectful, like Nikki said. That's what I was going to say
Yeah,
next, Nick.
but that's why I was bringing it up because it was so random. Like I
Yeah,
saw
like
it like right after the game, right after the press conference, that was the topic of discussion.
Yeah, like
but the reason why it was the topic of discussion, it was on Good Morning Football. But the reason why it was the topic of discussion is because now JJ McCarthy's out and Samantha is the starting quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings.
Well, JJ never was going to start. They already said he wasn't starting. So
Yeah,
my thing is with when you see, this is where Russell has fallen to. This is the issue that Russell went from a Super Bowl winning quarterback, went to 2 Super Bowls back to back, should have won 2 back to back if they would have just ran the ball in. And
instead of throwing that interception.
And now you're comparing him to a person that hasn't even reached the heights of his success. I just find that to be very disrespectful. That's where I was at. You're right. He wears a uniform.
I do too.
Absolutely. It's an insult.
It is.
Like, I do. Go ahead. Sorry. No, I was going to. But also, I feel like once you have success in the NFL or in any profession that you're in, once you reach that level of success, it's like they don't expect you to make mistakes or have like a bad season or two. Not everyone's going to be perfect. Not everyone's going to go to the Super Bowl every single year. There's not going to not everyone's freaking Tom Brady, but Tom Brady also seen seasons where he wasn't as successful as he was some seasons. But I feel like now they put so many people on such high pedestals that when there's like a slight downfall, it's like no one has any chance of you. It's like they lose all faith in you, and they're like, okay, well he's done, he's trash.
June, you want to say something before we go? I mean, I know you just gave your opinion, but you want to elaborate more? Or you good?
You're talking about Sam, right?
Well, just your take on it.
No. Yeah, no.
Friend because that is my best friend, and
I think he's a hell of a backup. At the end of the day, that's what it boils down to, and it's kind of like if Nick Foles would have never won the Super Bowl, he would have been just a hell of a backup. He would have been called up just when he's needed, and he's a very dependable. And you need people like Sam. At the end of the day, in the NFL, you need people like Darnold, regardless. And
he's like
he checks all the boxes. He checks all the boxes for a need,
like a Colt McCoy.
I think
exactly right there.
I think people forget. You said something earlier. I think people forget what makes a team, right? And this is something we didn't mention his name, but you could even bring him into it too. Is a Baker Mayfield, another first-round pick, #1 pick overall, has bounced from team to team. When the Browns went to Carolina, from Carolina to the Rams, to the Bucks. Had a decent year, went 9-8, went to the playoffs, beat the Eagles, and then got bounced in the division rounds. And they paid him this money. And I watched some shows where they talk bad about him, like, oh, he's a bum, he's nobody. But they never say in the same sentence that he never had a consistent offensive coordinator. He never had a consistent head coach. It was always changing. Then he did take him to the playoffs. He did win a playoff game, something that the dog pound hasn't smelled in forever. They get rid of him to Carolina, who was a hot mess, and who can take off
Sam
on that.
was there too, where they had 6 head coaches in 2 years.
And then you send him to the Rams, where he, did okay, and then he goes to the Bucks. So when I said what I said, and Nikki, I'm glad Nikki cleared it up for me. It wasn't that he doesn't have a career. It's just, to me, to put him on the same page as Russell, it says more about what Russell has fallen down to. Now, I could be wrong. Let's say by December, 8 weeks done passed by already, and Darnold's having the best career of his life. Now, and we could be wrong too. The critics could be wrong about Russell. He can go to Pittsburgh, and hey, he could be having a great year there, being who he was. A good run game, a good defense, not give the game away. And we could both be saying here, look, they both resurrected. I just feel like when it comes to Russell, I don't feel people put respect on his name. That's just where I'm at. I feel like the situation in Denver wasn't the greatest the first year. The second year, Sean Payton, and he was playing well the second year. Him and Mahomes had similar numbers. And, but it just didn't work out. It ain't his fault his team gave up 72 points to the damn Dolphins. he doesn't play defense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I find good day for that one. I don't know, because they're not on the same page. Now, if you say Sam Darnold and Baker, okay, I'll rock with that. You know, Sam Darnold. Oh, hell, if you want to put Sam Darnold and Deshaun Watson together, I won't argue it. You know what I'm saying? But to put Russell, a Super Bowl champ,
I didn't make that topic up. That
I
was
know.
over there at network headquarters. So you bashing my best friend over something he has no control over?
Well, I'm not bashing. I'm speaking the facts. I think everybody would agree here. He's subpar, and it hasn't been great.
I mean, subpar is even nice.
I mean, you know, but don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He can blow up. He can blow up in Minnesota.
He can. Mm-hmm.
He got Justin Jefferson, a wide receiver that's going to eat for anybody.
The games that he started in San Francisco, he looked outstanding, phenomenal under a team that is well put together. You know,
yeah.
Carolina was a hot mess that wasn't put together.
You're right. In San Francisco, you, Nikki, or June could be the quarterback and go to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say all of that. I wouldn't say June.
Wow, yo, June, you just caught a stray, bro. You didn't catch it.
What did she say? Because they were talking over here.
I said that in San Francisco, me, you, Nikki, or Bree could be the quarterback and go to the Super Bowl. She said, "No, not June."
By the time she would have won, I would probably won one.
All right, what's the next topic, Bree? That was a good one to start it off. That was good.
We have the safety Justin Simmons and Matthew Judon both signing with the Falcons this week. That defense is getting mighty fire.
So the Herd said something today, and I didn't think about it this way. He said everybody was knocking them because they didn't get defense in the draft. They didn't go get certain things in the draft, but they got a quarterback and they got certain things. But now in the offseason, they got a good safety and they got one of the best edge rushers in the business. So they strengthened up their defense. They got a quarterback for the future. They got Kirk Cousins that can manage the games. I mean, don't sleep on the Falcons. In the NFC South, they can win that division. And, you know, it was another thing that they talked about on Speak yesterday, and I was watching it today. And we can talk about it as part of this, in a sense, kind of couple it together. You know, 44% of the teams make it to the playoffs. And James Jones was saying that's all you need to do is just punch a ticket. Kind of like we say when you make chief, right? Make board. Just make board. Let the board decide whether you're ready or not. We've seen teams get in the playoffs and, pull some shit out their ass. So what if the Falcons make it? You know what I mean? And go on a nice little run. They got the defense. They got the weapons on offense. I mean, on any given Sunday, Nick, right? Anybody get beat. You know what I'm saying? So I think
again for the people in the back.
I said on any given Sunday, anybody get beat.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's a good look. I'm excited, man. I really am. It's what I'm more looking at, and it's throwing me off is these fantasy drafts we're gonna have, how that looks. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like this year, what the 49ers have how many? Well, anyway, that's part of a different topic. But yeah, so I think it's dope. That's my take on it, Bree. Whoever you want to pass it off to.
Jim?
I think that trade to Atlanta is going to put a bigger market value on Penix, right? I really do think, right? So that's the twist in this whole thing. If Kirk Cousins does well, he's already signed long term. He's already got that money in the back. Atlanta doesn't have to worry about signing Kirk Cousins, especially if he does well this year. Mm-hmm. Which now adding Judon, got the running back, has a receiver, has a decent team, and if they do well, then now Penix is going to be nothing but freaking amazing trade value, because all these quarterbacks that were drafted, there's going to be a lot of bust out there. Pause. So you got to think about that. That is really, I think, the bigger picture here. It's not even the trade. It's the draft that just happened. How they gonna market that guy? I mean, if I was a GM, that's how I would think about it. How am I gonna get some money off of this?
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna trade him, bro. I think they got him there because they don't expect. I think that he's the future. But anyway,
no. I'm saying what I'm saying. If they already paid Kirk all that money, they paid Kirk all this money. If Kirk Cousins does well, Kirk Cousins ain't going nowhere, and they're gonna utilize Penix as a trade, as some type of trade bait. I mean, that's how I would.
That would make sense.
Mean, why not? You know, I'm pretty sure they get some graphics.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with you, and I don't do that a lot.
Nikki, what you got? What's your take on it?
Nikki, we can't see your face. Toby.
I'm gonna log off here on the phone.
Recording in progress.
Nick, you there? Yeah, I don't know if Nikki's there. I think the Falcons are going to be straight. I think they're going to be okay.
Wait, what happened?
I don't know if Nikki's there, but I think the Falcons are going to be straight.
Nikki, yeah, I think so. I think they buffed up their defense. Remember, they still have some good weapons, offensive wise.
Mm-hmm.
It was just that defense that was, a little suspect. But they're doing good. Hold on, let me put Toby on.
And I think the Bucks defense took a hit with losing White to the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know what Baker's going to look like this year either. So we can hope that it's going to be better than last year. The Saints, we still don't know what that looks like. So we'll see. I mean, it's wide open. Carolina's Carolina. So I mean, I don't think anything's changing this year. Oh, I love those icebreakers, the grape ones. Oh, I'll be busting them.
My mom's.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm scrolling on Twitter because the topics is nothing really happened.
Well, I had a topic in there. And this I'll lead this one so you can have a chance to elaborate on it. With the Russell Wilson making the comments, I put the take on the chat so you guys can watch it from YouTube. But do you think that
with Angie?
Yeah, do you think that Russell Wilson comments are, how can I put it, far-fetched? You know what I'm saying? With the Steelers having a chance to win?
No, he's motivated. I think, and I'm not only saying this because I'm a Steelers fan, but you want someone like that has positivity and that speaks stuff into existence, I think, he's speaking highly of it. He found a team that a head coach that treat him with the respect that he deserves. He has great camaraderie. Him and Justin Fields, they get all the tight ends and wide receivers together and do drills with them on their own free time. Like they're building like a bond and a team out there to where he is confident that if we keep doing this, this is what makes you like a champion. Teamwork and dedication. And I don't think his comments are far-fetched, because you would want to. I think everybody would want to speak like that about their team, regardless.
Nikki,
all right, you gotta look at it at both ways, right? That was the only comment. Positivity is the only comment he can make. He can't say, I think, whatever. Because let's go back to 2 topics ago. Russell has to prove that he's still Russell. You get what I'm saying? So, besides a hope and a prayer and speaking positivity, he still has, the comment he made, even if it's not true, he couldn't say nothing else but that.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. In a position that he can't say nothing but that, regardless if it's his 100% truth or it's a lie.
All right, June.
It's still to see.
I missed the question because I was getting in the car, but what was it?
So basically, Russell made a comment saying that they have a chance of being great, like winning a championship and stuff like that.
Like Russell Wilson?
Yeah, Russell Wilson said that. Yeah.
I'll tell you, man, you're saving your career.
Yeah.
You gotta do everything right, and you gotta say the right things. There's no way you could be like, hey, I'm being real. We may not make it, but you have to. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, I would say the same thing whether or not I was a winning quarterback. You know, I would definitely say the same thing. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I like what you guys are saying because
the truth is this: the Falcons saying the same thing, the Patriots saying the same thing, the Jags saying the same thing, the Eagles are saying. No. The reality is we know it's not true. But in the thingy, we have a chance any given Sunday. Everybody is saying that. Everybody. Even though the truth is, we know you're going to bring basura.
Yeah, so my thing is, I don't see a problem with it. When I saw the take, they had an issue with it because it was like not realistic. But Bree and everybody was saying the same shit. It's like, what do you expect him to say? He is for one, he is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Whether his career has took a hit in the last 3 years or not, he still went to 2 Super Bowls and won one. He was still great at one point in his career. So, like June said, and what y'all saying, what is he supposed to say when he gets up there in the podium? Oh, we're okay. We
maybe our next draft will get there. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
but for years, no matter what Russell Wilson says, whether it's football or not football related, everyone thinks whatever he says is corny, and they talk about everything that comes out of his mouth. So regardless, they're gonna make it seem like, oh, it's an issue, it's corny because it's Russell Wilson. Because according to the media, everything that Russell does is corny.
Well, yeah, exactly.
But you know what? I think this. It's not far fetched. Y'all made the playoffs last year, right? Or the year before? You made the playoffs last year
with Mason.
Yeah, with Mason Rudolph. So this is where the 44% thing came in and speak, right? This is where now I'm tying it all together. So James Jones is saying, listen, you can't say it. Once they get in, everybody has a chance. Once you're one of those 7 teams, everybody has a chance. Last year, we saw Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs go win on the defense's back. It wasn't because Patrick Mahomes was lighting it up. It was the defense that carried Patrick Mahomes and a subpar receiving core to the Super Bowl and win it. So is it too far-fetched? Is it too far-fetched that if we get 80% of old Russell with the Steeler defense that we know is there, and he gets and you need a field goal to win it, and they say, Russell, get us to the 45-yard line, get us to the 30, and we got this game won. The defense did the job. They stopped them. Oh, they got the ball back. Go get it. Can he do it? Because once you get in, like we all said, any given Sunday or any Saturday for that on playoffs, it could happen.
It could.
It could. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's crazy what he said. I think he had to say that. Do I think it's going to happen that way? No, I don't think so. But
we don't know. Yeah.
Look, people dropping every day at practice. Every day.
Every day.
Just remember, he said the right things. Now there is such a thing as saying too much or being overboard with your statement. If he would have said,
when we look like the 2008, 2009,
hold on. If he would have said, hey, this is a new Steelers team. We're going to take it to the top. We may even go undefeated. Then we could be like, hey, this motherfucker's smoking crack. Right?
Yes.
Because he's going over the top. So, but in this case, he said the right thing. He kept it minimal and straight to the point. Nothing wrong with it.
I mean, think about it like this. My question to everybody, 4 years ago, would you have said that the Lions were going to win the division? But guess what? Last year, they won their division.
Not 4 years ago. No, not 4 years ago. But
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I want to say we did talk about it on here and how they would
like
that way.
2 years ago, the year that the Eagles went to go play the Super Bowl game was the Eagles and the what's the shit called? The Chiefs. But yeah, but the year before that, you couldn't tell me the Lions was gonna do anything.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Like, you know what I mean?
No, you're right about
so,
that.
I mean, you can't count nobody out, and everybody's gonna say that. Oh, I'm going to, and then when shit plays out, we know it is what it is. Yep.
I got one more question before I give it back to you. Speaking of pressure, we talked about Donald and Russell. We talked about Russell saying maybe chance.
Something to say about Darnold, because I just saw it on Twitter too. So go ahead.
No, nothing about Darnold. I was gonna bring him Josh Allen, and I'm gonna throw it to June first. June, do
you know he's dating Kay Adams?
Josh Allen is dating Kay Adams? Oh, that's a win. June,
That's a huge win. He don't gotta win the Super Bowl. He won this year.
Do you think that Allen can carry the Bills on his back? And before you answer the question, defense took a hit. They lost Poyer. They lost who was it? Tre'Davious. They lost the other guy in the back. Who was the other guy, Breed? You had Poyer and you had one more guy back there. They lost Diggs. They lost Davis, but they got Keon Coleman. I think Coleman's gonna be nice.
That's wild.
Do you think, June, that he has what it takes to elevate that team and go all the way?
No.
So,
No. 500 at best. I'm not even lying to you. I think there'll be a 500 team. Hey, what's today's date? August 16th. Hey, August 16th, you can put it on here. It's 6:33 Eastern time. You Buffalo Bills. Hey, you guys got great fans when you get to charity, but if you get some of that shit to the payroll and get another player, because that one player back there ain't gonna do it for you. You see what he does when he had the players that he had, and you put the game on his backs. He makes those miscues that cost the games. Now he don't have those other two, because Gabe Davis even though he only had those few games with those big numbers, those games that he didn't have big numbers, but he had big catches, really aligned up in those games.
Okay. Nikki?
There's no need for me to. No. There's really no need for me to talk, because all I'm going to do is reiterate what June said. And, we don't like reiterating.
You don't want to piggyback? You don't want to piggyback?
I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? But he said it. I think one of the issues that I've had with Josh Allen is that even with people that they had in the past, and this is one of, and not to talk about Joe Shiesty, but this is one of the things that a quality that Joe Shiesty has, is that he gets easily flustered. And when you can get him off of his cues, you're guaranteed he's going to either cost you the game. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So until he gets that, because I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's actually a solid quarterback. But on those tight ends where, I need you to take us, because let's be honest, with what he had in the past, I started to question, like, what were they missing? You had this. You are a good one. And you still was not, getting over the hump. So now that you don't, and at times you've caused your team to lose the game, I don't see him putting them on their back and taking them to the promised land. I don't think it's in him.
Nick,
but, real quick, we identified the problem on the play call. The problem was they had no good running game. Yeah. They had every weapon out there. So you got rid of the weapons that you had, and you still didn't capitalize on the problem that you already had. So the pressure was crazy on him before. I can only imagine what the pressure is on him now.
So, Bree, before you go, last year they went on a run to win the division and take it away from the Dolphins. In those last 6 games, they didn't use Diggs. Diggs was pretty much out the picture. I think he averaged 41 yards. And they still went on a run and win. What's your take on it? Do you think he can do it?
I don't know. I feel like once Dable left that team, he went downhill. I feel like Dable was his coach. I feel like Dable was the one that got him successful. Right after Dable left and he got that new coach, it was like they weren't working. You need that chemistry. And I feel like he hasn't had that same chemistry like he's had with Brian Dable. So I feel like that's also a big issue. Because we always say coaching matters, you know, and I don't know if it's him or if it's the coach, you know.
I think coaching.
But I don't know, because I don't know what he's gonna look like without Diggs. I don't know what he's gonna look like with Keon. I don't know what he's gonna look like without James Cook. James Cook is still a running back over there, right?
I think so, but you got Gore's son is over there now.
Oh yeah, Frank Gore's son is over there now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he has a lot of new pieces that I don't want to jump the gun and say yes, because you may never know. Maybe the Diggs and Allen diva mentality wasn't working. Maybe that was another issue. We don't know what he's gonna look like with these new weapons. It could work, it could not work. But it's new people that he's about to play with. So I can't answer that question because I don't know. Now, if it was the same Bills team, it would have been a little bit easier to answer, because it would have been the same story that we get every single year, like a broken record. But I don't know.
For June to say 500 at best, that's crazy. I don't know, man.
Hey.
I think, and it's just me. I know you called it, and you also said your head coach is gonna get fired by week 8 if he's not winning any games on offsides. But and then it turned out he was on a hot seat. So anyway, but I don't know. I think that he, I don't know, man. Like I think he's gonna be okay this year. I think he's gonna. I agree with Bree or whoever said when Dable left, right?
The Dable, yeah, me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when Dable left, he started turning over the ball more. That's true. I think that with Diggs being gone, is forcing him to be a different quarterback now. So I think he's gonna be okay. I don't think it's gonna be 500 though. I mean, damn, June, if he's not even 500, where do you got the Patriots at then? 100?
We're not talking about the Patriots, Frank. But I'll tell you one thing that you said, Frank. Frank, you hit something on the money. You said Diggs, he caught what, 41 yards or something like that during that span. Diggs could have caught 2 yards.
Can I tell you
and he would have made that impact. Not because he caught 2 yards, but because he still would have served as a massive decoy, because they were still going to double cover him and they're still going to play to his skill level.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Having him out there, even if he caught 1 yard, is having him out there. People got to protect it. Yeah, you're right about
that. And that's why these folks are going to be successful in Texas.
Yeah, I think.
So I just got a Twitch comment that said June is a hater. LOL. I'm live streaming on Twitch.
So, yeah, I guess you can go to the pictures, Bree. We don't have to talk about Aaron Rodgers and Robert Saleh. We don't have to do that. We can.
There's nothing too important going on with my future husband and Aaron Rodgers. And then we also have a game, okay, at the end of these pictures. Okay, so the first picture, who was better in their prime? Prime Champ Bailey or prime Darrelle Revis? Who is better? Prime Champ Bailey or prime Darrelle Revis? I'm going Revis.
I'm going Champ Bailey.
I'm going Revis.
I see Revis. To me, he was all right, but once I saw Moss burn him, I was like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? And he was still prime Revis when he got burnt by Moss.
Revis was still great.
Now he got a Super Bowl with us. He did do that, but I don't know. I'm going Champ Bailey.
Okay, I'm going Revis. June, Revis or Champ Bailey?
Damn, I'm on the fence on this one. I'm like 50-50, but I like Champ Bailey, you know, and I'm gonna go with Champ Bailey, man. Miles, the guy that we met up with at the cigar shop, he was a Champ Bailey fan, so I'm gonna support him.
June, did you hear what someone on Twitch said of my live stream?
About what?
Did you hear what I said? The comment in my Twitch live stream.
Someone that I was a hater based on the Buffalo Bills?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, hey, look. If they can hear this or see this, whichever. I mean, you got to really think about it. Hey, I'm gonna say what Frank said earlier. You know, at one point or another, you got to be realistic, my friend. So I want the Eagles to go undefeated and win, 8 Super Bowls in a row. But that's not realistic. You guys ain't gonna come 500, man. Set the cuz.
Oh no, this person's not a Bills fan. They just said that you were a hater.
Oh, well, shoot. Well, whatever
Then
team they on. Let's talk
said,
about that team.
they said, yeah, that's not happening. LOL.
Okay. Well, hey, later on this season, we'll talk about it. We'll screenshot his or her comment.
Nikki, where you at?
She there.
Who is better?
She don't know Champ Bailey though.
Oh.
And I don't think she was watching football for Revis.
But,
You know what I'm saying? Because, she's not going to know him.
okay. One got to go. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, or Patrick Mahomes. One got to go.
So my first thought, honestly, when you said it, if I would have just had diarrhea in the mouth, I would have said Patrick. But I can't negate what Patrick's done the last 4 or 5 years. I'm going to say Peyton has to go. But when you first said it, and I caught I was going to say Patrick.
Your gut, your intuition.
But being unbiased,
has to go. Yeah.
Yeah, being unbiased, because I am biased to that era of football, and you can't negate what Peyton.
I'm so biased to that era of football,
Yeah,
so I'm going to say Patrick Mahomes only because I'm biased to the early 2000s to late 2010s era of football. So I'm going to say Patrick got to go, and I'd rather keep Tom Brady and Peyton Manning because of the era of football that I love. So,
June,
but that's not knocking any success from Patrick out.
Yes, I'm gonna have to cut Peyton. I think. Well, I'm gonna agree with Frank. So I'm not gonna sit here and beat that horse.
Nikki,
It's just talking to someone.
I don't even know how to get muted. I have to go paint it anyway. I really wasn't in the Peyton era, and I at least got to see Tom play and Patrick, but you can't. Even besides that, we already know what Tom was for football, and we already know what Patrick is doing right now in football. So, and not saying that Peyton didn't do anything, but the success isn't the same. That's it.
They're all great. Right. Who is the GOAT at running back? Now, they have, of course, these 3 GOATs, but who is your GOAT at running back? It don't have to be any of these 3 players. Who is your running back GOAT?
I like Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith to me is that dude. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't see Barry play like that. Gary, Peyton, Walter Payton, I wasn't around for like that. I mean, I was growing up, but I wasn't. They're not showing Chicago games in New York at the time. There was no Sunday ticket. And then my man Brent, what's his name? Oh, geez, I can't think about it right now. To me, Emmitt Smith.
My running back GOAT is Jerome Bettis. That's my running back GOAT. June, who's your running back GOAT?
I tell you what, I like him. There's a lot of them out there, and there's always one that I love to see, especially in his prime. And I think he was very unstoppable even after his ACL tear. And that's Adrian Peterson.
He's amazing. He's great.
Dude's a monster.
He's top 3 for sure in the era that I started watching.
You can tell when he was running in the field and you press R2 in the actual game. The dude had that turbo boost.
Yeah.
I thought about AP, but I went with Emmitt.
So at first I was gonna say, listen. At first I was gonna say, Leonard Fournette.
If that's your GOAT, that's your GOAT.
No, that wasn't. That isn't.
So who's your GOAT running
Why?
back?
What's the why?
You said Leonard Fournette.
What's wrong with them? I think for me, ever since I've watched football, someone that's been constant and a threat for me has been Derrick Henry. Derrick was in my division, and I hated him then because I knew when he was on there, he was going to be a threat. So right now, I'll give it to Derrick.
Okay. Drop a name of a quarterback who was a superstar in college but a bust in the NFL.
Jamarcus Russell.
Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
Vince Young.
Yeah.
My baby.
Yeah.
My baby. My baby. James Winston. I'm sorry. My baby, you know.
Leave that motivator alone.
I love him. He's my favorite. He needs to be mic'd every week, and that needs to be televised, like every Sunday. No matter what game is on, you need to hear Jameis Winston. So, but he hasn't had the best success in the NFL. I wouldn't say he's a bust, but for sure, Johnny Manziel, Vince Young, horrible bust in the NFL, but was superstars in college.
I don't know. I don't watch college football, so I couldn't tell you how anybody played in college. Yeah.
No, it's fine.
I still don't watch college football.
The perfect example of it is Johnny Manziel.
You know, and he's talked about how maybe he should have just had more help when he came into the NFL. Like, maturity plays a part with a lot of these guys, and they're just not that. And you go from, like, in college, you're this
drugs
great guy,
and
and you get
drugs
to
and
the NFL,
alcohol.
and you're part. He went to fucking Vegas overnight. He had a game the next day. He's in Vegas flying back, faded. You know what I'm saying? Like, he admits it that his career was short because he didn't have the maturity. He didn't do right. And I respect that from him. I really do.
Yeah. Rank these wide receivers: Larry Fitzgerald, Calvin Austin, Antonio Brown, and Julio Jones.
You said
What was
rank?
it?
Rank them. So 4, 3, 2, 1. So backwards. Fourth, third, second, first. Backwards to top.
That's kind of whack, though.
From fourth place.
Because you got a Hall of Famer in here. Like, for you not to even have him at the top is crazy. But my list.
No, you rank them.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying it'd be crazy. So 4, 3, 2, 1. That's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
4, Calvin Johnson. 3, Julio Jones. 2, Larry Fitzgerald. 1, Antonio Brown.
Mine would be 4, Calvin Johnson. 3, Larry Fitzgerald. 2, Julio Jones. 1, Antonio Brown.
Okay.
Jim?
Do Calvin, Fitzgerald, Antonio, Julio.
Okay. Nikki?
Honestly, I really don't care. My number 4 would be Antonio Brown. That's all that matters to me.
For his off-season debacles?
And that is not fair for me to say, right? But anytime I hear his name, I'm disgusted. So
okay, take away his off-season debacles.
I can't. That's all encompassed. All encompassed. And you got to remember too, Bree, when I started watching football, Antonio was going downhill. Like if I go off of what I know from him, he will still be my number 4. Him and Julio, they fight with number 4. No, I'm just saying, like.
You mean in numbers wise, or you mean character wise?
No, as in, okay, when I started watching back in
2017.
Okay. Yeah,
that was.
She's going off of what she witnessed as a fan.
That was 2017 was probably his best year.
Who?
Antonio Brown in Pittsburgh.
Oh no. Yeah, not for me. I don't even remember him. That's my honest truth. It is what it is.
Hey, that's your opinion. Amen.
Yes. Just
I'm saying it is what it is. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
even. And anytime I do remember, it's always extra negativity all around. So I didn't like. I just don't
That's why
pay
I asked the
attention to it.
question. Was it more about the character, more about the than the play? Because I don't
So
recall.
that's what I'm saying. It was all encompassed for me. You
Okay.
get what I'm saying? So when I can't say, oh, he's great at play when I'm still learning myself. This is my first year. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I can't be like, well, that was great, or that was super. I don't know. As I grow in learning, I can learn that. But by that time, he already had too much things where it was just I couldn't even see. I can't tell you what he did in 2017. I just can't. It is what it is.
okay.
You know, that's my first year in football. So if he got 1 yard, I couldn't tell you if that was fantastic or not fantastic. It was, oh shit, he got the ball. Basic. But then he had all that extra shit around him already. So even if you could say, oh, 2017 was his best year, I could be like, well, all that controversy too that's all I know. That's all I know about Antonio Brown.
Bree, I would tell you what, I think 2014 was his best year.
Well, yeah. Well,
because he had 129 receptions, 1,698 yards. But in 17, he had 1,533 yards, and he was averaging 109 yards.
I'm podcasting.
Yeah. And touchdown wise,
so I would say definitely 2014, 2017. Yes, 2014, 2017. Hold on.
It's hard to separate when you don't know better. And that's what I'm saying about me. At that time, I don't know better of football. You know what I mean? So, I don't know.
Yo, he had a 6-year stretch where he averaged
of just greatness.
His yardage, like they talking about Antonio, they talking about
of just greatness.
Hill almost hit 2,000 yards last year. Antonio Brown was almost at 2,000 yards in 14. He hit 1,698. That's crazy.
I want to say Tyreek Hill hit like 1670 something or 17 or something like right there.
17. He was up there. They say if he never would have got injured, he would have got it. Let's see. Last year he hit 1,799.
Yeah.
100 yards more than Antonio Brown. He did it in 119 receptions. I think AB did it in more receptions. But I get what Nikki's saying though, and that's the problem with Antonio Brown's legacy in a sense, right? Is that it's always going to go back to that. But people don't remember
they don't remember what he.
Yeah, they don't remember the thing.
Yeah, he's a fool. He's done the most controversial things ever. They put his him running off the field. Players can do that in Madden 25 and take off their jersey.
Oh, I don't know. I play Madden. I haven't seen it yet. I gotta try it out.
Yeah, someone posted on Twitter and he was like, I need my coins. He's like, he tagged like at Madden, I need my money, But yeah, so Nikki, so you're ranking Antonio Brown 4. Who's your number 3?
Hold on, let me I don't know. I think my number 1 for me would be Fitzgerald. Just because. And then I guess Calvin and Julio. Probably Julio number 2, Calvin number 3, and then you already know who number 4 is.
Okay. Stop it. No. All righty. Who's your favorite quarterback? Past or present?
Tom Brady.
So Nick, who's your favorite quarterback?
Don't let Frank talk.
Tom Brady.
I don't know if I So I don't know if I can answer this question and be real good at answering this. I think I like certain people for certain things, right? So I don't have my favorite. I have people that I will always support. Like I will always support the Russell Wilson. Ain't more. I don't have a favorite. I just have a support group.
Okay.
Yeah.
June, who's your favorite? Past or present?
No, I don't know. I don't have no favorites, but I like I'm a Michael Vick fan. I like what he did for the game.
I'm trying to record a podcast. My mom's blasting music.
You can't
We
be
can't
here.
hear you.
Okay,
We can't hear you.
He revamped his career and everything, so I think that speaks volumes,
If I didn't go with Brady, I'm gonna go with Brett Favre. He was one of my favorites for a long time. Yeah. Brett Favre.
I'm a Ben Roethlisberger girl forever.
Yeah, I'm about to say, just say Big Ben so we can.
Benjamin Todd Roethlisberger is my favorite quarterback. So, yes, his middle name is Todd Frank. And what about it?
Laughing at Nikki. Nikki was like, just say Big Ben so we can move on to the next topic, please. Let's go.
That same thing I said about you. Like, all right, Frank.
Just let's move on. So me and Frank can't give our spills about like how you and June just explained. How you and June just explained. You explained about your support group, and June explained about the overcoming of Michael Vick. But June can't talk about Tom Brady, and we just gotta move on and just say Big Ben.
The Tyler that was just born yesterday would say, "Preseason Ben." What's it called? It is Frank's, the little Tyler. They know. So we don't got to spend much time on what we already know. I think when you know, you know. And we know he was gonna say Tom, and we knew you was gonna say Ben.
Yeah. But if I didn't say Ben, my other favorite quarterback,
girl, I'll be
shocked. Let me see if you guys can guess it. Is not a Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback.
If you didn't say Benjamin Todd, what's his last name? Roethlisberger, I would have been like, something is wrong. And yes, Bree, his middle name is Todd.
No, yeah, he is, but Benjamin Todd Roethlisberger. Yep. It is Todd. But if I didn't say Ben, who do y'all think I would have said? I'm gonna give you guys a hint. It's from the era of the early 2000s to the late 2000 teens.
Phillip Rivers?
No, she won't go.
That is my baby. I love me some Phillip Rivers. Yes, I love Phillip Rivers. I would have said him second. All right. Next, first thing that comes to mind when you see Rob Gronkowski.
A good fucking time. Hey, what they call him? Yo soy Fiesta Gronkowski? Yeah, that's what he says. I'm Fiesta. Gronkowski. Greatest tight end ever.
The first thing that comes to mind when I see Rob Gronkowski was going to his first ever college bowl game and him shotgunning beers with college students in a section, jumping down and racing the dog on the field. That's the first thing. Like,
that's why I said good time. Hey, it's Robert Yo Soy Fiesta Gronkowski. That's his nickname.
Mm-hmm. June, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you see Rob Gronkowski?
Just to add and not agree with you guys, just to add, I would see him as a challenge cast member.
I can see him.
I could
definitely see Rob on the challenge. Nikki, what comes to mind when you see Rob?
Yeah, a good time, a loud person, obnoxious, not in a bad way. Just you know what I'm saying, like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about his business.
All right, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you see Benjamin Todd Roethlisberger?
Bree, get on my damn nerve.
That's it. Bree.
Am I really the first thing that comes to mind when you see Big Ben?
Yeah, well, anything Steelers, to be honest with you, after all this time.
For me, I have a list. So, but honestly, the first thing that comes to mind when I see Ben Roethlisberger, like my true, like if you show me Ben Roethlisberger, the first thing that comes into my mind is his touchdown throw to Santonio Holmes for us to win Super Bowl 43 against the Arizona Cardinals. That's the first thing that comes to mind when I see Big Ben. Or him having literal linemen on his back, holding on to him, and he's still scrambling, and he throws and he finds Hines Ward for a touchdown while he has a freaking 300-pound lineman like a book bag on his back. That's what I see when I see Big Ben. June, you said your answer too already, right?
Yeah, you say you.
I know Nikki said Bree. I didn't hear what June said.
He said same thing.
Oh, you said me?
Yeah, that's the same thing. I said pretty much not even Big Ben, anything Steelers. I could be driving on the road and can see a Ferrari with a Steelers badge. I'm like, Bree. I can see a raggedy car, like, with a Steelers badge, Bree.
Frank, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you see Big Ben?
Chicken wings and beer.
That was his diet. Oh,
Yeah.
remember back in the day they had the Fatheads commercial, like the Super Bowl, like the
Mhm.
NFL players. And remember Ben with his goatee and his like fresh lineup doing the Fatheads commercial? I think I showed Nikki that commercial a couple years ago, and Nikki goes, "Oh, Ben used to be fine."
Yeah.
All right, one gotta go. John Elway, Dan Marino, or Peyton Manning.
For me, it's gonna be Elway.
Yeah. Y'all can't hear Beyonce?
No.
Okay, because she's blasting it loud. June, Nikki, one gotta go.
I would go with Elway.
Elway, yeah.
Yeah. All right, who is better, prime Troy Polamalu or prime Brian Dawkins? Me and June cannot answer this because we already know each other's answers.
Oh, I'm going with. I'm a Troy fan. I'm going with Troy. That's just me.
All right, June, you can answer.
Yeah, I like him just because of his hair.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't watch him play.
I know. No, Nikki sat on FaceTime with me while I screen recorded, and we watched a whole hour and a half of Troy Polamalu highlights. And Nikki was like, "Bring, I'm not watching this no more." And I'm like, "Wait, Nikki, this one is good."
She said she started
Nikki,
watching football.
I forced Nikki to, while I was sharing my screen, watch Troy Polamalu highlights with me on FaceTime, so she knew who he was.
Yeah, girl. Troy is a. Are they both first ballot Hall of Famers?
Yes. Troy, for sure. I'm pretty sure Brian Dawkins was too.
Yeah, Brian Dawkins, man. He's a man of God, man. That's really why I chose him. He really
is Brian Dawkins. Yeah, I want to say Brian Dawkins. Yeah, he's definitely, he was a first ballot.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Are you looking it up?
No, I'm looking at the stats real quick. 37 interceptions.
All right, so we got game time. June is driving, so June cannot play at all. So you're going to try to guess the NFL team And the first person who just shouts it out loud gets the point. Okay?
Okay.
So just shout it, sudden death. Whoever could shout it out loud first gets the point. June, be careful driving. Okay, you guys, all you ready? All three of you guys ready?
Yes.
All right. You ready? First one.
Detroit Lions.
Nikki got a point.
Damn, Nikki. Jeez.
Okay, ready?
I was
Three.
Wait.
3, 2, 1. Next one.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Frank got a point.
What? Oh,
No.
so you didn't hear me?
Yeah,
Frank
but
said before
he
you.
started. Yeah, Frank started
Frank
before you.
started before
Wow.
you. When Frank said
It's okay,
Chiefs,
it's
you
okay,
started
it's
saying
okay.
Kansas City. No, when Frank
Yep,
was getting
okay.
that Chiefs, you said
Hey,
Kansas
okay.
City.
I'm used to this. I'm used to
Okay.
this.
No, June. I ain't gonna breathe cheat, but I ain't gonna cheat.
Don't cheat.
Thank
We
you.
can always go back to all the podcasts. All right, y'all ready for the next one? 3, 2, 1, go.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Frank
Ah,
got a point, so it's
I was
Frank.
saying it. June, that was for you.
Yeah, June,
I
this
looked
is your
down.
team.
I know you guys see me make it damn right.
I
On
was
the
saying
intersection.
it. I was saying it.
I was making it right on the intersection. Is what I'm trying to
I'm
tell
gonna
you.
do something else. Okay.
Oh, you're ready? 3, 2, 1.
Washington Commanders.
Commanders.
Nikki got that point, so it's 2-2. Ready? 1, 3, 2, 1, go.
New Orleans Saints.
No.
Damn, I gotta turn. Shit.
New York Jets.
Jets.
Yeah. 3. Frank got 3. Okay, I think this is the last one. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yep. And that is it. That is the end of the game. Frank won.
I was
Yes.
trying to get this
4
CC.
points. Nikki came in second with 2. Drew came in last place
Preseason.
with 0 points.
It's preseason.
June. Hey, listen, America. Even on offsides, June thinks we're cheating, and I'm the one hosting the games. Like, I'm the one hosting the games. He still can't get it right. He thinks everybody's cheating. Just to say, Pete can't play no more games. That's what he said.
Yeah, Pete knows everything. He is the freaking.
Yeah, I
I don't know what's going on, but that dude.
He is the encyclopedia of the NFL.
He really is. He's like, what was the distance of the first field goal that took place? And I'm like, good Lord, he ain't gonna know this. And he knew the distance, the kicker, and everything.
Super dry. All right, and that is it for topics and pictures. So June, close us out.
Oh, well, America. Nikki, you're supposed to say America. When I say America, you echo me and make it sound cool. Hey, so this is it for today, America.
America.
Oh my God. Hey, so Bree's in town. Hopefully, I get to see her before she leaves. Frank is gonna be somewhere in the vicinity of Florida as well. Hopefully, I'll see you one of these days when you're out here. But other than that, it was a pleasure being on here. You guys take care of yourselves. Hydrate because it's hot as hell out here. And you know what's coming in a few weeks. The podcast gets together for the first time in a while, and Fly Eagles Fly.
Because you said that, I was like, let me look at. I'm sorry.
So that's it. We done. That's it. Share, like, subscribe, notifications, turn them on. Peace out. Later.